A pleasure to be here with John Bagul. So, welcome to the Kolkata Literature Festival. My first question is that you're part of a session which is called the Theatre of the Mind. So, what exactly are you expecting from this session? What are you anticipating?
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And it's a pleasure to be here. On the other side of the panel, in the sense I'm going to be a moderator and moderating a session between three eminent personalities who are dealing with mental health and mentoring children and young adults. I'm sure the viewers would enjoy looking at the theater of the mind because it's going to be an exciting session. I'm all charged up with a lot of questions to our panelists because on the panel are authors and actor. There's an actor, director, script writer. They are very talented, but the main focus is on mental health and mentoring of youngsters to see that we create a society of well balanced individuals. Post pandemic, we've all gone through a lot of trauma, and this panel, I'm sure, will add a lot of value to people who are attending the session.
As the principal of one of the city's leading schools, how important do you see mental health as part of development for kids, for people in their formative years? And how, for example, in your school, are you incorporating those measures?
Well, let me tell you, to be a stable victim, to be a stable member of society, your mental health has to be good. And whether it's a school or any organization, whether a teacher, a parent, or a young child, if our mental health is not good enough, then obviously there would be a lot of repercussions. So, if teachers or the stakeholders can take care of the mental health of themselves first, and then they can recognize issues or problems with children so that we can help children at a young age. So, it's very important for school leaders to be aware of what needs to be done to maintain good mental health for everyone concerned.
In terms of the issues that children face or teenagers face, especially in the context of the pandemic, what do you feel are the major challenges when it comes to mental health? Is it a crisis of not being able to articulate their problems? Is it a crisis of thinking that society will not face them for what they are, they will discriminate, or is it something else?
Well, I think you rightly said it's a blend of everything because today we live in a world where everything is being, we live in a world of exhibition. Nothing of our lives is private anymore. Senior people of our age want to post everything on Facebook. I don't blame youngsters for it, but I have the younger people posting anything and everything on Instagram and Snapchat, etc. So the pressure is too much on children and individuals to keep up with the others and to get a lot of artificial likes on social media. So there is a lot of mental pressure, there's a lot of stress, and people do not know how to react in the real world because they got used to the pandemic and so much of our lives was spent online. And yet today we have people getting so involved, the youngsters, with their online gaming and the online platforms, which are more lucrative and more energizing than meeting people in real life. So stress is there at all levels, and it's not an easy situation because there's a lot of addiction to these factors.
My final question would be that when it comes to leadership or mentorship, if you're talking to young children, you're talking to young adults, what would you say would be the most important values that they need to inculcate at a young age in order to be able to be a good leader later on in life?
To be a good leader and to start at a young age, I think one must learn to think critically for oneself. If you can think critically of facts coming to you, then you would be able to correlate to those facts and then learn to respond and adapt to the situation. I think leaders need to be at the forefront, and if young children are put in situations which are rapidly changing and they learn to respond to situations rather than react, I think we can groom them to be good leaders because they also need to think about core skills like team building Because when you're a leader, you have to take the opinion of everyone in the team, and the leader takes the team along with you, not just leads from front, but takes everyone along. So, core building skills of teamwork, of critical thinking, and to show compassion, that is very, very important. As a human being in any position, when you lead, you need to understand critically and have some compassion to have a judicious mix of your clear thinking skills with balanced with compassion, because the heart and the brain is, there's always a turmoil, and this is what a leader learns, which is a priority. And if we start at a young age of determining what the heart wants vis-a-vis what the brain wants, it is something that our kids need to learn, that everything in life will not be granted to them. And then if they accept rejection at a young age, maybe their leadership skills will develop.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, sir. Have a lovely time at KLF.